Mr. President, you made a statement prior, and I think this was brought up by Congressman Abante regarding yung sa helicopter po. And I think you affirmed this. You mentioned that if you are corrupt, I will fetch you using a helicopter to Manila and I will throw you out. I have done this before, why would I not do it again? And you mentioned, Mr. President, earlier that this is hyperbole. You said, istorya lang po. You stand by this, Mr. President, through the Honorable Chairman.
Patakot lang man yun.
Patakot. And at this time, this was at a formal event po, no? You made this statement while you were already President. Was that correct?
Yes.
And you would often make use of hyperbole and istorya na panakot, whether it's in a speech, whether it's a media press conference, and you would choose there's no distinction between formal and informal events in your utilization of such stories.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. President, with that said, how do we reconcile sometimes that you would say, and I think just a manifestation, there were some mentioning of the previous administration that actually the job of the presidential spokesperson was the presidential translator. Minsan po, there had to be a distinction when you were joking or not. Yet, when you were giving your orders to the PNP, for example, would you also utilize hyperbole sometimes or istorya?
Direkta ako. Ini command conference direkta ako. Lahat na sila, tanong ka. Pag sabi ko, trabaho mo yan, trabaho mo. Ang akin kasi ganito, ayaw ko ng kriminal. Kung mapatay mo isang kriminal na lumaban, one less headache for humanity. Pag may isang drug into traffic na lumaban, napatay mo, one less headache for society. Ang akin dyan is just the process of elimination and minimizing the danger to society. Pagka marami yan sila, then walang mangyari. Yung mayor ni presidenta, hayaan mo yung mga sindikato dyan na to flourish. Kung hindi matakot yan, patayin mo, wala talaga mangyari rin. Walang mangyari sa siyudad mo, walang mangyari sa Pilipinas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, to the Honorable Chairman, I'd like to ask, in relation to that, your questions, your answers and statements given today, were some of them hyperbole, or were all of them matter-of-fact frank, as you would give in your command conference?
Well, minsan hindi ako hindi ako nagbibigay talaga ng direkta na I would leave it hanging so that you will have something to think of.
Well, Mr. President,
wala kasing tao mag-say na ako ang pumatay ni Rizal. I and I alone. Walang gagawang tao na ganyan. You just, you play with words. But when you are in government and you are there in the performance of duty to keep your city or to keep your country at least safe sa mga tao against the criminals, you have now the dilemma of whether or not to side with the innocent people and maybe victims or itong mga criminals. I have no second thoughts. Wala akong duda kung saan ako pupunta. Dito ako pupunta sa tao, kaya maganda ang syudad ko when I became mayor. Maganda ang Davao. Yung na-presidente ako, minus-minus ang sindikato. Kasi alam ng mga tao, pinatay ko sila.
Mr. President, thank you for being candid. And you just mentioned now that sometimes you admitted, even in this proceedings that we have, that you would mention things that are hyperbole. However, Mr. President, I would like to respectfully remind you, to the Honorable Chairman, that you are under oath. And I think the play on words would have to be at a minimum because anything that you say here will be taken at its face value. With that said, Mr. President, I'd like to reiterate that reminder with the rest of my following questions. I hope there would be no hyperbole, and I hope that is made understood.
I welcome any accusations in court in connection with this and other proceedings which I gave the same statement.
Thank you. Mr. President, my next few questions. We are now-
Trabaho ko yun.
Yes.
Trabaho ko yun.
My line of questioning will not be accusations. Actually, I will just be asking you about statements that you've made earlier to confirm whether or not they were hyperbole and the facts surrounding the same. So with that, I'd be proceeding, Mr. Chairman. Mr. President, earlier, Chairman Dan Fernandez had this question, and you affirmed that when you were mayor, you would go around in your motorcycle and you would be looking for trouble, literally looking for these criminals. And you mentioned that sometimes you would find them and you would kill them. Was that hyperbole, Mr. President?
Not necessarily. Yung encuentro lang. Nakamotor ako, pagbababa ako, mag-parking ako, tapos lapitan ko sila. Yung iba magtakbo, yung iba hindi. Minsan, may makita ako na magbunot ng baril. Lumalaban. Hindi naman ako masyado praktisado sa barilan, pero alam ko na pag ganun ang sitwasyon, you're in danger of losing your life.
Mr. President, in these times na rumuronda po kayo naka-big bike and you've had these encounters, how many persons have you killed, Mr. President?
Wala akong accounting dyan.
With no hyperbole, Mr. President, would you know?
Wala talaga akong maybe 3/4, gano'n. Yung direct talaga na encuentro.
3/4 of what po, Mr. President?
Again?
You mentioned 3/4 or 3 or 4?
Hindi, ibig sabihin ko, ibang situation.
But I mean, how many have you killed, Mr. President, in these situations?
3 or 4, something like that.
3 or 4 incidents. And in these 3 or 4 incidents, Mr. President, were they all caught in flagrante delicto? Meaning they were in commission of the crime?
I would never kill an innocent. Hindi ako gago magbaril ng tao. Sabi mo nakatali, yung extrajudicial killing niya, sabi mo na nakapusas tapos barilin. Hindi ka lalaki niyan.
Thank you for the clarification.
That's not a job of... Huwag na lang yung sabihin nung tanggalin mo na lang yung mayor tapat yung pagka-police mo. Hindi, that's not a job of... pagkalalaki ka, hindi mo gawin yan.
So, Mr. Chair, they were caught in flagrante delicto, meaning in the commission of the crime, at you would say na in all these cases, nanlaban po sila, yung 3 or 4. Bumunot po sila ng baril.
Yes. Sa Dumoy.
Mr. President, in these 3 or 4 cases of...
Ang problema lang yan is actually, 6 ba yun ang namatay? 4 lang ang baril. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lahat nakahawak. But the problem is when there is shot out, ang bala naman hindi talaga namimili. So if you are concentrated on one space, tapos nagputok ka na, mabuti sana kung isang bagbang, kung Armalite, brrr.
So, Mr. President, you're saying in these instances of your vigilante nights na nakabike po kayo, minsan may collateral damage po?
Wala.
None?
Wala.
So, in these 3 or 4 cases that you mentioned na may pinatay po kayo na nanlaban, were cases filed against you for homicide?
Wala rin.
Isn't it the job of the prosecutor to, if pag may namatay, either homicide or murder, that they would file the case and you would prove your defense in court?
Si Pael, yung prosecutor, bakit niya ako na ngayon nanlaban, tapos ako pa i-prosecute mo?
So, Mr. President, in these instances where you have killed these 3 and 4 people, and no cases were filed.
No. No cases were filed.
Would you recall the names of these persons that you have killed?
No, you know, why would I? Why would? It's a silly question. Bakit ko alamin kung sino yung gagong na yan? Punerary ang bahala na sila establish ng identity. And the police, not me.
Mr. Chair, just a manifestation. It is deeply disturbing to know that there's a confession of killing here in which the prosecutor did not investigate. There were no cases were filed, not even before the DOJ. I believe this is something that should be brought up to the attention of the DOJ and should be studied at a further time. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I'm waiting for that time. I'd be happy. I would be happy to answer any and all. Walang problema yan.